This is unnerving. Ghosts, creatures, monsters, aliens, Mother Nature, and humans. We all have a story about one of these things that are unnerving. Some might give you goosebumps, while others will leave you with a knot in your stomach. The stories I tell are real experiences from people across the globe, and some are listener stories. If you would like to share your story with me, send it to unnerving13@gmail.com. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and follow for more. I lived with my parents in Replonges, France, back in 2019. I was 14 at the time. I went for sleepovers at my friend's place often. They lived in a very nice apartment building, but there were new people who had moved in above them, and they seemed to be a bit unhinged. In the middle of the night, we would hear them moving furniture around. Sometimes there would be stuff breaking, followed by screaming from the woman, and the TV would come on absolutely blaring. My friend's parents were quite annoyed with this, but there wasn't much they could do other than complain to the building manager. But things got kind of weird. Around September, we saw that they had pitched a tent on their balcony. No, really, they were living in a tent on their balcony. The racket inside seemed to die down a little bit, but not completely. My friend and I would stay up late, making up scenarios about what was truly going on upstairs. From marital problems to invisible bratty children, our scenarios were endless. Some nights we would tell scary stories about a horrible demon that was terrorizing them. Little did we know how close to the truth we were. It was November when the most terrifying thing happened. I was staying over at her place for the weekend. It was around 10 p.m., and we were watching a Barbie movie. Suddenly, my friend paused the movie and tilted her head up. I started asking her why she paused like that, but she shushed me and pointed to the ceiling. We listened in silence for about a minute when we heard loud footsteps walking very quickly and then a door slamming. I looked at her and she said that this had been the only thing that they've been hearing for about a week now. None of the other usual things, just these loud footsteps. Then she played the movie again, only for the power to go off about 5 minutes later. We were sitting there in pitch black darkness, heard her dad swearing and stumbling over things, and then he came into the room. He asked us if we were okay, and he lit some candles. Then things went absolutely berserk. Above us we heard those heavy footfalls, stuff falling and breaking, and the voice of a man shouting in Latin. Then it sounded like he was saying, "Be gone from this place," over and over again. He cried out in pain, a woman screamed, doors were slamming, and then our candles were blown out. There was complete silence for a while, and when my friend's dad spoke, we both gave a little shriek. He lit the candles again, smiled at us, and said that he thinks we're all a little on edge at the moment. There was an urgent knock at the front door, and her dad went to go see who it could be at that time of night. It was the building manager, but we couldn't hear what they were saying. They were whispering in urgent tones, and then the door closed. Not long afterwards, we heard an ambulance park outside, some normal footsteps above us, and then all was quiet. 2 days later, the couple moved out of the apartment. A month later, my friend and her family moved out too. The last I heard was that the entire apartment building was standing empty without any official reason as to why. That's all for today. May the sun warm your face and the moon light your way. Share your thoughts in the comments and let's get a conversation started.